let's have a look and see what we can find. So the first thing I notice when I look at this is the shuttle, which isn't an advanced shuttle. It's a regular shuttle that we've seen in Mass Effect 3 on the Leviathan DLC, which I hope is intentional because that will give us a timeline. The next is the location. It's clearly, for my mind, Ilium, especially when you look towards the bottom. But the hints to the timeline don't actually stop there either, because if we look here closely, we can see what looks like an Omega symbol with a T or a J in the middle of it. And the Talons took over the security on Omega after the events of the Omega DLC in Mass Effect 3. So combining these two images together, we start to get a picture of a timeline that is post-Mass Effect 3, but not too far ahead of Mass Effect 3. And there's also an Andromeda hint, because this symbol over here on the left building comes straight out of Andromeda. And this is where I believe dark energy starts to come into the picture. If we look at this closely, we can see a Turian, a Solarian, and what I think is probably an Angara, and they're all wearing breather suits. And in the background, you can clearly see atmospheric processes. The kind you might find on, say, Tuchanka, repairing the atmosphere because the atmosphere has been damaged and solar radiation is now leaking through into the planet.
Shepard, our data indicates that Tali is somewhere in these ruins. There is considerable Geth activity and an environmental hazard. Solar output has overwhelmed Hastrom's protective magnetosphere.
Which brings us to Liara, the Geth, the Andromeda Initiative, and this weird distortion on the screen, which I believe is a shield designed to stop the nearby sun from destroying the structure.
Hastrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was dark energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase, but Hastrom's sun is far too young for this to be natural.
So what's with Liara and the Geth, and what connects any of this to the Andromeda Initiative? Well, Alec Ryder.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home.
The initiative obtained data from an array in deep space, a Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL sensor. It operated like a telescope and allowed them, and us, to survey Andromeda all the way from home.
Not only did Liara assist Alec in his mission to get the arcs going, but she's also suspected of being the Benefactor. Mike Gamble also tweeted out the following words: Liara to Sony, Doctor, Shadow Broker, redacted. My theory goes as follows. The original dark energy plot is back. Liara is the Benefactor, and through the Andromeda Initiative, she has access to the Geth. The dark energy problem doesn't just affect the Milky Way, because over time, the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way Galaxy will eventually collide. It's at that point the Milky Way Galaxy will destroy the Andromeda Galaxy. The big question becomes, where do the Jardan and the Ket factor into all of this?